is very wise. Oh, he jumped out and took the head off. Y'all know how it went. He wasn't walking with cowards. Am I right? Somebody said, "What you don't push up on the Christ like that? Cut her ear off." Am I right? But Jesus told him what? No, don't go that way. Those who live by the sword will perish by the sword. Do you hear what I'm saying? The sword is the sword of truth. Do you hear where I'm coming from? Almighty God, Allah, is the sword of truth. When you get into the Holy Quran, when you get into the 22nd surah and 62, it reads plainly for you. It says, that is because Allah is the truth. And that which they call upon besides Him, that is the falsehood. And because Allah, He is the high, the great. Doesn't matter if you have a coalition of sinners. Do you hear what I'm saying? Yes. Doesn't matter if you have an army of sinners. If you are calling on anything other than what Allah, Master Prophet Muhammad, is asking you to call on, that's falsehood. And let me take you one step further. Because, like I taught last week, some things are happening in every city that people maybe never really laid the truth of Islam to. In our lessons, it teaches us that anything, did you hear what I said? Anything, any live grafted germ, grafted from the original. Did you hear what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Other than the original is what?
The devil.
What is it, believers?
The devil.
This is why I concur with many ministers that have been teaching Islam in cities for years to have now this late date people who were too weak to fall in under them do things in their own way. Graft from the original. Do you understand where I'm at?
Yes, sir.
And do something else. Maybe they didn't look at it like that. But the truth is like a two-edged sword. Am I right?
You're right.
It cuts both ways. Those who live by the sword shall what? Die by the sword. So, as a minister over Muhammad's Temple of Islam, number 12, you don't have to worry about people who come with lies, falsehood, things that are not from Allah, and use trickery and chicanery to get ahead. Don't worry about that. Because the sword cuts both ways. Do you understand what I'm saying? And the thing is, you have to be careful and have knowledge of how to handle a sword. Do you see what I mean? Because you can end up what? Killing yourself with the truth. Do you hear what I'm saying? You can be right, but you can be dead right. Do you hear what I'm at? Because the hour that we are in is too crucial not to understand where we have to go. The messenger said it won't be so easy to see good people come in and out of the temple. But that was a sign to me that what? Good people are going to be coming and leaving the temple, right? That was a sign for me. That was a message to me. And to prepare yourself for those sort of things. So, I can only say like it reads in the book of Isaiah. It says, your agreement with hell will not stand. Your covenant with death will be annulled. Do you hear what I'm saying? You may think you made some kind of deal with Satan, but only to find out that your deal and your agreement will not stand. This is is why the Jesus, he said, man, says y'all, catch. Just look out for me while I go pray. We talking about the 12 disciples, isn't it? Right? We talking about people close to Jesus. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
We're not talking about people you should know around the corner. Right?
Right.
We're not talking about people what? Jesus happened to stumble across somewhere. Right?
Right.
We're talking about people that Jesus trusted to be around him. Right? That he put his life in their hands. Huh? Am I right?
Yes.
People that he thought would never wrong him. I just want to go over there and pray. But y'all look out for me while I do that. But to come back and find them sleep? I mean, not only that, the third time he found them sleep, they were sleeping so good. He didn't say, well, you know what, it's out of my hands now. Y'all, you know what I mean? Look at this. Do you see what I'm saying? Now, that's why we have in our lessons, one of our general orders, to quit your post only when properly relieved. Now, there's many ways to quit your post. Am I right?
Yes, that's right.
You can quit your post through rebellion, knowing what the results have to be.
Yes, yes.
You already know, well, if I do that, I'm going to force a hand. There's got to be a reaction. Right? That's a way of quitting your post. Right?
Yes, sir.
There's many ways. But you should only quit it when you are properly relieved. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
All it takes is a little bit of gumption. It just takes a little bit of heart. You need a little bit under your breast beating that would allow you to walk up to your officer and say, brother, is there any way I can be relieved of this post? Is that hard?
No, sir.
Is that difficult?
No, sir.
Is that complicated? Do y'all see any complication in that? To be able to walk up to your officer and say, listen, sir, I'm sick of this. Is there any way you could just relieve me of my post? But that takes a little heart, doesn't it?
Yes.
That takes a little manhood,
Yes.
right? That takes a little gumption. You hear what I'm saying? To be able to do that. When you find somebody, what? Lurking in the shadows with this stuff. God is a God of light. He's not a God of darkness. Am I right or wrong? Am I right? He's a God of light. So, don't you ever be a coward.
That's right. Yes.
If you somewhere and you don't like where you are, you don't like your post, step up and say it.
That's right.
Speak. Be a woman or a man. Praise be the Lord. Be a woman or a man. Step up and say it. See, because then we can say, all right, cool. I take it easy. May Allah bless you when you're doing whatever you do, and you can get someone else in that position to get what? The job done. Do you see what I'm saying? See, if you are banking or trusting in someone to build, and they keep not being there for you to build, there's trouble in your building. Am I right or wrong? You can't rely on them. Well, hey, if I can't rely, how can I project? You have business, you have a projection. You know, where I'm going to go, what I'm going to do, you project. But you can't project if you're dealing with what? Someone that's shaky. Right?
Yes.
Shaky. I've never, and I'm proud to say, I've never disobeyed an order. In my whole tenure of 43 years as a follower of Messenger Elijah Muhammad, there is nobody, no minister, no one that's going to be able to say to you, this man didn't follow my order. Do you hear what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Hypocrisy had gotten so strong in the temple at one point. under Minister Jeremiah that I had gotten to the point where I really wanted to hurt, harm, and injure.